Despite this simple principle of input minus output equals progress, many people still struggle. We spend beyond our means, borrow for luxuries, and prioritize short-term pleasures over long-term stability. Sound familiar? Let's identify some common financial pitfalls. Welcome to Aspired Value, where we break down life skills to help you unlock your full potential. Today, let's talk about mastering your finances.
We all want to reach our financial goals, right? But we sometimes get in our own way.
Right.
Today, we'll talk about some of the most common traps and, more importantly, how to avoid them.
Okay, Chanel Go, let's dive in. Most of us have been there. You know, that tempting online sale pops up and suddenly you're reaching for the credit card. Living beyond our means and relying too much on credit is a classic pitfall.
Oh, it really is. And what's scary is how quickly those high interest charges add up. Imagine you put like $1,000 on a credit card with a 20% APR.
Yeah.
If you only make the minimum payments, you could end up paying over $600 in interest alone.
Wow.
That's money that could be going towards your goals.
Ouch. That's a painful example. And it's not just the big purchases, those little impulse buys, the ones we don't even think about they can really add up to, right?
Absolutely.
Like a daily coffee or something.
The average person spends nearly $2,000 a year on impulse purchases. A coffee here, a magazine there, and suddenly your paycheck is gone. That's why having a budget is so important. It helps you track where your money's actually going and make conscious choices about what you're spending.
Like that saying, what gets measured gets managed.
Yeah.
Speaking of unexpected expenses, what happens when life throws a curveball? Car breaks down. Unexpected medical bill.
Yeah.
That's where emergency funds come in.
Exactly. And, a lot of people think, oh, I'll just use my credit card if something happens. But that just adds to your debt and makes it harder to get back on track. Having 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved can give you that peace of mind and prevent a small crisis from becoming a financial disaster.
Right. So we've talked about managing spending, but then there's the flip side, how our spending habits change as we earn more.
Yeah.
Lifestyle inflation's a sneaky one, isn't it?
It really is. It's so easy to fall into the trap of thinking, well, I got a raise, so I deserve to treat myself.
Right.
But if every raise just means you spend more, you're not really getting ahead, and you are.
Right. Yeah. And that brings us to one of the most important things, investing and saving for retirement.
Yes.
I know I used to think, retirement, that's so far away. But the earlier you start, the more time you have for that money to grow.
It's the magic of compounding. Even small amounts invested consistently over time can grow into something significant. And don't forget about diversification. Spreading your investments across different assets like stocks, bonds, and real estate can help manage risk.
All great points, Chanel Go. And finally, we can't forget about the importance of financial education. There's so many resources out there, from books and podcasts like ours to online courses and financial advisors.
Absolutely. Taking the time to learn the basics of personal finance can make a world of difference. It can empower you to make informed decisions and avoid those costly mistakes.
So much great advice today, Chanel Go. It seems like the key takeaway here is that recognizing and avoiding these common financial pitfalls can really put us on the path to financial success.
I couldn't agree more. And I'd challenge everyone listening to think about one small change you can make today to break free from a financial pitfall. Maybe it's setting up a budget, finally starting that emergency fund. Small steps can lead to big changes over time.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today on the Aspired Value Podcast.
My pleasure.
And thank you to our listeners. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.